Hello, and welcome to English Pod Studio. I am so glad you are here with me today. This podcast will help you improve your English listening and speaking. You can listen slowly, repeat after me if you want, and learn new words in a very natural way. Today, I want to share something very simple but very real. The topic is my morning routine. A morning routine means the things we do every day after we wake up. Every person has their own morning routine. Some routines are short and simple. Some are long and detailed. Morning routines are important because they help us start the day in a good way. I will tell you my morning routine step by step. While you listen, try to imagine the pictures in your mind. Maybe you can also compare my routine with your own. What is the same? What is different? This will help you learn English while also thinking about your daily life. Let's begin. My day usually starts at around 6:30 in the morning. Sometimes I wake up earlier, sometimes later, but I try to wake up at the same time every day. The first thing I do is open my eyes slowly and take a deep breath. I like to smile when I wake up. Even a small smile makes me feel calm and ready to start the day. After that, I get out of bed and drink a glass of water. It is a very simple habit, but it wakes me up and makes me feel fresh. Then, I go to the bathroom. I wash my face with cool water. The water makes me feel awake. I also brush my teeth. I love the clean feeling after brushing. It makes me ready for the new day. When I finish, I do a few light stretches. I move my arms, my neck, and my legs. Sometimes I do a few simple exercises, like touching my toes or rolling my shoulders. It only takes 5 minutes, but it helps my body feel active and strong. After stretching, I like to sit quietly for a few minutes. I close my eyes and breathe deeply. This is my small time to feel peaceful. I sometimes think about what I am thankful for. For example, I am thankful for my family, my friends, and the chance to start a new day. These quiet minutes help me begin the day with a good mood. Next comes my favorite part of the morning, breakfast. I believe breakfast is very important. It gives me energy for the day. Sometimes I eat bread with butter or jam. Sometimes I eat eggs. If I have fruit, I like to cut an apple or banana. I usually drink tea or coffee depending on how I feel. When I have more time, I make oatmeal or something warm. While I eat breakfast, I often listen to music or a podcast. I like calm music in the morning. It makes the room feel peaceful. If I listen to a podcast, I choose something simple, like a story or an English lesson. This way, I enjoy my food and also learn something new. After breakfast, I get dressed. I choose comfortable clothes if I stay at home or formal clothes if I go outside. I try to keep my clothes ready the night before, so I don't waste time in the morning. After I get dressed, I usually go to my desk or table. This is where I prepare for the day. I like to sit down with my notebook and write a small plan. My plan is not very long. I just write 3 or 4 things that I need to do. For example, I may write, finish my work project, buy some food from the market, or call my friend. Writing a list helps me feel ready. It also makes me feel calm because I know what I need to do. When I finish my list, I often spend a few minutes reading. Sometimes I read a book. Sometimes I read the news online. And sometimes I read short English articles. Reading in the morning is nice because my mind is fresh. I can understand things better and learn faster. If the text is in English, it also helps me practice new words and sentences. After that, I open my computer and check my emails. Some mornings I have many emails, and some mornings I only have a few. If the emails are important, I answer them right away. If they are not important, I leave them for later. I try not to spend too much time on emails in the morning because I want to focus on my important work first. Sometimes, before I start work, I like to go outside for a short walk. I do not walk far, maybe just around the block or near my home. The air in the morning feels fresh and cool. I like to look at the sky, the trees, and the people going to work or school. The sound of birds makes me happy. Even a short walk gives me energy and clears my mind. When I come back from the walk, I am ready to begin my main tasks. If I am working from home, I sit at my desk and start. If I need to go to school or the office, I pack my bag and prepare to leave. I check if I have everything: my keys, my phone, my notebook, and maybe a bottle of water. I don't like to rush, so I try to leave the house with enough time. One more thing I like to do in the morning is drink another cup of tea or coffee. I sit for a few minutes and enjoy the warm drink. Sometimes I think about my goals for the day. For example, I may think, today I want to finish my project, or today I want to be patient with people. These small goals give me direction. They help me stay focused and kind during the day. Not all mornings are the same. Some mornings I wake up late or I feel tired. On those days, I try to keep things simple. Maybe I skip reading or walking. Maybe I just drink water, brush my teeth, eat something small, and go. That is okay. A routine is helpful, but it is also flexible. The important thing is to begin the day with a positive mind. Morning time is special because it sets the tone for the whole day. If I start with stress, I may feel stressed all day. But if I start with calm and order, I feel peaceful. That is why I try to make my morning routine easy and full of good habits. When the morning is quiet, I also like to think. I sit for a few minutes and let my mind wander. Sometimes I think about yesterday. Did I do the things I wanted to do? Did I speak kindly to people? Did I learn something new? Thinking about yesterday helps me understand myself better. Other times, I think about today. I ask myself, what kind of day do I want to have? Maybe I want a day full of energy. Maybe I want a day where I stay calm and patient. These small questions guide me. They remind me that I can choose my attitude every morning. One of the most important things I try to practice in the morning is gratitude. Gratitude means being thankful for the things we have. Sometimes I write down 3 things I am thankful for. For example, I may write, I am thankful for my family. I am thankful for my warm home. I am thankful for the food on my table. This simple habit makes me smile. It helps me see the good things in my life even when the day feels difficult. Sometimes I also repeat small affirmations. An affirmation is a short, positive sentence that you say to yourself. I may say, I am strong, or I can do my best today, or I am learning and improving every day. These words give me confidence. They make me feel ready to face challenges. After I finish my thoughts, I like to listen to something inspiring. It could be soft music. It could be a short podcast. Sometimes I listen to English audio so I can practice listening. Listening in the morning is nice because my brain is fresh and I can remember better. It also fills my mind with positive ideas. When I have more time, I enjoy doing a little creative activity in the morning. For example, I may draw something simple in my notebook, or I may write a short story or poem. Creativity makes me feel alive. It is like giving my brain fresh air. Even 5 minutes of creativity changes my mood. Of course, not every morning is perfect. Some mornings I wake up late and I feel stressed. Some mornings I forget my plan. But I try not to be hard on myself. I remind myself that tomorrow is another chance. The important thing is to keep going. A good routine is not about perfection. It is about building small, healthy habits day by day. The morning is also a time to connect with loved ones. If I live with family, I might share breakfast with them. We talk about our plans for the day. Even a short conversation makes the morning warm. If I live alone, I sometimes send a message to a friend. A simple, "Good morning," can make someone smile. And that makes me happy too. In the morning, I also remind myself to be kind. I tell myself, be kind to people today. Maybe I will meet someone who is tired or sad. If I smile at them or speak gently, it can make their day better. I believe mornings are not only for preparing ourselves, but also for preparing our hearts to be kind to others. All of these thoughts, gratitude, affirmations, creativity, and kindness make my morning more than just a routine. They make it a time of growth, a time to care for my body, my mind, and my heart. Even though I try to follow my morning routine, not every day is easy. Sometimes there are small problems. For example, there are mornings when I wake up late. Maybe I stayed up too late the night before, or maybe I just felt too tired. When I wake up late, I feel a little stressed because I have less time to do everything. In moments like this, I remind myself to breathe and stay calm. I tell myself, it's okay. Even if I cannot do everything, I can still do something. Then I choose the most important part of my routine. Maybe I skip exercise, but I still eat breakfast. Or maybe I don't write in my journal, but I still take a few deep breaths. Doing even one small thing keeps me on track. Another challenge is feeling lazy in the morning. Sometimes I wake up and I don't feel like moving. I just want to stay in bed. On those days, I give myself a little push. I say, just stand up. Just drink water. When I start with one small action, it becomes easier to do the next thing. Little by little, I find my energy again. There are also mornings when unexpected things happen. Maybe I get a phone call. Maybe I need to help someone in my family. Maybe the weather is bad and it changes my plans. These things are part of life. I cannot control everything, but I can control my attitude. I try to stay flexible and remember that tomorrow is another day to try again. Sometimes I also feel worried in the morning. Maybe I think about a busy schedule or an important task. When my mind is full of worry, I write down my thoughts on paper. Writing helps me feel lighter. It is like putting the heavy thoughts out of my head. After that, I feel ready to face the day. One thing I learned is that a morning routine does not have to be perfect. The goal is not to do everything exactly the same every day. The goal is to start the day with good energy. If you do even 1 or 2 small healthy habits, that is already a success. Over time, I noticed that my mornings shape the rest of my day. When I start with peace, gratitude, and focus, the whole day feels smoother. But when I start in a rush, I often feel tired and stressed. That is why I tried to protect my mornings. They are the foundation of my life. I also remind myself that mornings can be different for everyone. Some people like to wake up very early. Some people like to wake up later. Some people enjoy quiet mornings, while others enjoy busy mornings with family. There is no single perfect routine. The best routine is the one that makes you feel good, healthy, and ready for the day. So, what is my main message about my morning routine? It is simple. Take care of yourself in the morning. Drink water. Eat something good. Move your body. Smile. Say thank you for the new day. These small actions may seem simple, but together they create a strong start. Before we end today's podcast, I want to give you a little encouragement. Try to build your own morning routine. It does not have to be long. Maybe you start with just one habit, like drinking water or writing one line in a journal. Slowly, you can add more. Remember, small steps lead to big changes. Thank you so much for listening to this episode on English Pod Studio. I hope my morning routine inspired you to think about your own mornings. Maybe you will try something new tomorrow. Maybe you will add a little more peace and gratitude to the start of your day. Stay positive, take care of yourself, and enjoy each morning as a fresh beginning. This was the end of today's podcast. I will see you again in the next episode. Until then, keep learning, keep practicing English, and keep smiling.